Good evening, everyone, wherever you are, whether you are here in Brazil, you are in Jamaica, you are in Ghana, you are in Nigeria, you are in Tanzania, you are in Kenya, you are in wherever you are watching from. I say good evening. So tonight we are going to learn something which we were having challenges from our previous class. Then we promised to schedule that for today. And tonight we are here. If you're new here, I will say you're welcome again. And in case you want to watch our previous classes too, we have our YouTube. Whatever we are doing tonight, you're going to record it. So immediately we are done with the class, we post it. Okay, so when you want to watch it again, at least you can have access to it as many times as you want. Okay. So tonight, as we promised last time, we said we are going to pick out prepositions. That was what we were fighting last week. Okay, we had many doubts. Some people were asking, how do we form this preposition? How does it go? How will I know there's a preposition? So tonight we are going to do everything. So our first preposition, we all know prepositions in English. In Portuguese, it is preposição. Okay. So we use prepositions to get a meaningful sentence. Okay. So with this, mostly we can form a perfect sentence without them, but sometimes we neglect them and give other sentences. Okay. So our first preposition for tonight is a. I hope you can see a. Yeah, this a. The a you can see on the screen. It means to. Yeah, in English, the a it means to. Okay. I know some people here are really confused because the last time when we were doing the archigos, we mentioned another a, and that a in the archigo, it means the. Okay, someone asked me, so how will I differentiate the a you are teaching now, which is a preposition, and the a we learned last time, the previous time? With the spellings, they are all the same. With pronunciation, they are all the same, but their meaning are different. How? The one we did last time, the I we did, which I said it means the. Okay. Mostly you see them immediately you write them, then a noun follows. Then a noun follows. Okay. And a noun follows. But this one we are doing is a preposition. So immediately you see them, it's either another article follows, or a verb, or whatever. I'm saying whatever because sometimes we don't know how it's going to follow, but mostly these are immediately it comes is either a verb or an article which is meant to follow. Okay, so this one you see it mostly in our speech. Okay, so the are we can see I said it means to. Okay, so I said the other are, which is the intense when we are doing an article. Okay, artigo, artigo, artigo in English is article. Okay, so when we are doing an article, it means the. Okay, then we have another a. I'm explaining this so that you not get confused when you see another a and it does not mean to. Okay, then this a we can also see the third a can also means hey. Okay, her mother, her father. Okay, So this one we call it pronomis obliquos. Okay, obliquos. So this pronomen obliquos. Okay, we use them in the pronoun. We have it's only I, you, we. No, that one is personal. Possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun. There are many. Okay. So under one of the pronoun, we call this one obliquos. Okay. So this it also means hair. For this one, we have not treated it. So if I explain it to you, you won't understand it tonight. Okay. But the second one when we're doing the articles. Okay. 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 So if you want to sentence, maybe with a, you will see eu vou à loja. Someone says, Senior Sammy, you are saying a, which is only a. Then we have another a, which has a sign. How did they happen? How did we get it? These are some of the stuff you need to know tonight. The second sentence, eu vou ao supermercado. So the first one, which was saying eu vou à loja, I'm going to the store or the shop, okay? And the second one is I'm going to the supermarket. Okay, so now let's see some of the rules which govern this A. How we got the second A. How we got the ow. Okay, these are the rules. You can see it, but how does it go? The A which is in yellow, the yellow forms are the preposition we are doing tonight, which means to. And the A which is in blue or the sea blue is article. Okay, they are the articles we have in Portuguese. So when you are forming a sentence and this preposition, when they meet with an article, okay, we join them. So when to meet with an article, which we can all see O, the O, it means there, okay. All these ones you are seeing the sea blue, as I said earlier, it means there, okay. So when you see A and O, we join it to get ow, which is used for the masculine word, okay, in terms they are singular. And when A, which is a preposition, meet with another A, which is an article, then we get this A, the third one, which has a sign. Okay, so you could see all these three. These three, we pronounce them A. They have the same tonation, but when you're writing, they are different, and the meanings are also different. Okay, so this one, you can see the second A, the one we can see here, it means to the. So the first one, which means how, it means to the. It means to the. Okay, and we have when it meets with us. So the us, guys, if you're new here, the us, that's the plural form for the owl, the O one. Okay, in English, there is there, but in Portuguese, if you want to say the boy, you use this o menino. Okay, o menino. Okay, so o menino, which is in English, it means the boy. Okay, but when you want to say the boys, in English, it's just simple, the boys, but in Portuguese, you say os meninos. Okay, then it becomes the boys. Okay, I hope we are all getting it. Are we on the same scale? Okay, I believe so. So if you're new here, I'm explaining how the O and the R goes. Okay, and whilst I'm teaching, if you have questions too, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, so in English, we could say that it was the boys. So don't think if English is the boys, we just added we added s to boys. But in Portuguese, it's not just like that. The O, you need to add s to it to become plural, and the boys too, you need to add s to it. So if we are to translate it, let's pick some logic which is not meaningful, but in English, if you want to translate this, the boys, it will be des boys because you added s to each of them, okay? But in English, we call it the boys, while Portuguese, os, meninos. The, it will also be in the plural form, and the boys will also be in the plural form, okay? So when they meet, let me eliminate them. When the us meets with the as we can see, it become ours. It means today, okay, in terms of plural. And the last one, and as. So the as is for feminine, the ladies. So when you want to say the girls, then it will be as meninas, okay? Then it means they are plural for the girls. So to the, then that one become as. So you could see this as and this as sound the same, but the spellings are not the same. Okay, because of this sign, it means today. Okay, today. Okay. Any question here? Then we'll go back to our example. Any question? We want to know whether we can use a and para at the same time or they goes in different ways, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we'll get to para. So when you get to para, then we will now do the comparison. Okay. Okay. So let's wait for that question. Let's put it aside. So when you get to para, then we start to do the comparison. Okay. So now let's come back to our sentence. We said we could see it was stated eu vou à loja. So it was supposed to be eu vou à loja. Okay, this is how the sentence was supposed to be. But as I said it earlier, as we explained, as we check the rules, they said when these two are, when they meet, we join them to form the one we have on top. Okay, when these two are the one I have highlighted, okay, the one, when they meet, we join them to form this one, the R we can all see from the screen. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, so instead of saying eu vou à loja, we don't say eu vou à loja. We say eu vou à loja. Okay, so the A for saying it is so easy, but for writing, most of us we just forget that it is eu vou à loja. Then we just say eu vou à loja. Most of us write it like this, eu vou à loja. When write it like this, it is wrong. It means I'm going the shop. Okay, you eliminated the two. Okay, okay, okay. So I hope it is clear. So let's eliminate it. Let's come to the second one, the second example. Let's the second example. We can see this sentence. Eu vou ao supermercado. Eu vou ao supermercado. Okay, eu vou ao supermercado. It was supposed to be eu vou ao supermercado. But the rule says when a and o meet, we join them to form ao. Okay, we join them to form ao. Emmanuel, let's go. Good evening. Mhm. Okay, for the pronunciation, no one has time to say evil a loja. Okay, they'll just say evil a loja, evil a loja. But we assume there's a you need to stretch the sound because of the sign. Okay, but we pronounce them the same. But when you're writing, as I said earlier, when you're writing, it is different. That's why I say what we say sometimes is not the same as we write. Okay. So this one, if you're new here and someone say, oh, Ivo Aloja, definitely this is what will come to your head. Ivo Aloja. This is what will come to your head. This is how you write it. But you are forgetting that the you were saying there was a sign on it, which means to there. Okay. So you when you say Ivo Aloja without putting on the sign, we assume you eliminated the other a, which was supposed to be Ivo a lawyer. Okay. So the same pronunciation, but different meaning. And when you're writing too, they're not the same. Okay. I hope this one is clear. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the second pronoun, para. Okay. So when you talk of para, the meaning of para in English, it means to or for. Okay, it means to or for. Okay, please pay attention. The stage we are, number one, number two, and number three, we need to pay much attention because it's a bit confusing. Okay, I said the are, it means to or for. Someone said, as in a you just said it means to, and I was saying para, it also means to. Yeah, it also means to. Okay, and you're saying the same para we are seeing is also means for. Yeah, it also means the same thing. So how do we use it? Someone want to know when how can we identify how the person is saying is referring us to or for. Okay. Examples. Esse é pra você. Esse, if you're new here, esse means this. Okay. This. Okay. So this. So this and it means is. So this is, I'm going to say this is to you or this is for you. Which of them? Mm, which of them? You can write it on the chat. I'm going to say this is to you or this is for you. For you. Okay. So you could see that this sentence, we all notice that this is for you. Okay. This is for you. So in this sentence, the para we are seeing, it means for. Okay. Then let's go to the next one. Eu vou para a casa. Now we have para and we have a, but the second the a you are seeing here, it means the. Okay, it means the. So this one is saying, I'm going, is it for the house or to the house? So to the house. So you could see the second sentence we are referring is as to. Okay, to. And the first one is for. So that's the difference. But someone says, yes, and for us, we are new. So when they are saying it, how will we understand? How will we know? It's because we are new to the language. Okay. So sometimes we shouldn't bother whether it is for or to, but you get to know the word after it will determine you. Because in English, you not say, I'm going for the house. Definitely, I'm going to the house. So if the person say, oh, Ivo para casa, then you don't understand the para whether it's for or to. But in message you mentioned, oh, I'm going the house. Definitely you put the word to. Okay. So I'm going to the house. Okay. Okay. So let's come to the next one. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Mhm. The difference. The difference. Mhm, mhm. So A casa. So, so you want to say eu vou a casa. Okay. 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 So she wants to ask whether I can say eu vou a casa. No. Okay. So one someone I seen some they all means to. Yeah, they all means to. Okay. They all means to. Someone asks also asks, Sinasami, please, can we go back and say eu vou para a loja? I know someone will definitely ask. I know someone will definitely ask that question. Guys, I hope you can still see my screen. Okay. So someone will ask, can we say eu vou para a loja? Like eu vou para eu vou para a loja. Okay. Someone asked, can we also say this? Sinasami? Yeah, you can say eu vou para a loja. But I want to teach you something. Sometimes you can substitute the para and the a, but I prefer us to adapt how they say theirs. Okay. If they are all saying eu vou ao supermercado, we should all say eu vou ao supermercado. Although the a and the para they mean the same. Someone said, oh, can I say eu vou para o supermercado? If you say it, it is correct, but they'll tell you it makes sense, but the correct way of seeing it is how. That's how their system works. Okay. So someone asks, so where can I use the a? For the meantime, you get confused. But if you're able to pay attention to how they are saying their words, okay, most of them, the para and the a, we can substitute it and you're correct. But the common ones you would know, like supermercado, loja, escola, faculdade, farmácia, you get to know whether it is a or para. So let's move on. So the third example, okay, as I was saying, the third example, we have Omusa. So let me use o Enrique. Hendrik or Hendrix. Okay, sorry for pronouncing your o Hendrix. Hendrix. O Hendrix. O Hendrix quer fazer uma festinha para motivar os colegas depois da Eid Mubarak. Uhum. Agora foi Eid Fitr. Esse aí, Eid Fitr. Okay. I know Eid Fitr. So if you're not a Muslim, don't worry. We are not. Some of us are not Muslim, but let's accept it. Okay. So check this sentence. This sentence is saying English want to make a little party to. So this place you could hear someone say, can it be for motivate? No, to motivate. Okay. To motivate the colleagues after Idul Fitr. Okay. So sometimes, mostly, they comes, if you want to use the para, how to use the para, make you mention para, the next word is either a verb or a noun which follows. Okay. But mostly, when you want to use as for, most of them are pronouns. Okay. So in terms of most of them are pronouns. If you want to know whether, okay, they are the ones which follows. Okay, most of them are pronouns. And this one, most of them, in terms we want to use that to, most of them are, they are nouns and verbs. Okay, nouns and verbs. Can get it. Okay. That's what follows after you want to use the para intense or to refer as to or for. This how it should go. Okay. Let's come to another one. Po. This one, po, it means for and by. Someone says in I'm confused. Number one was saying, it means to. Number two came to tell us para, it means to and for. Now three is telling us po, it means for and by. So definitely for is going to tell us by and another one. No, no. Okay. But this one, po, it means for and by. How are we going to identify? How will I know whether this one it means for or it means by? Okay. Example, eu quero. Let me bring eu for the sake of the new people who just joined. Eu, okay. Eu means I, quero means want, okay. But in Portuguese, it is not compulsory to write this eu. You can start with the quero and you are right, okay. So eu quero fazer por ti. Eu quero fazer por ti. So I want to make it. Is it by you or for you? If you know it, you can type it in the chat box. Is it I want for you or by you? Okay. I want. Is it for or by? Okay. So I want to make it for you. Okay. So now this sentence it means for. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Aquele livro foi feito por ti. So that book was done. Is it for you or by you? This one I need each and everyone's opinion. Everybody should write in the chat. I want to see each and everyone's opinion. Is it for you or by you? I want to see each and everyone's opinion. If it is for, you write for. If it is by, you just write by. Okay, Grace. Good evening. So the chi means you. Okay. So that's right. I wrote chi or vous. Okay. Okay, Grace. Okay. So guys, I love how you people are learning and you people are asking the questions. I want you guys to ask questions if they so Grace. Next time, guys, tomorrow. No, tomorrow. Tonight you're not going to finish the proposition. Next week, okay? Next week, guys, next week we are going to do pronouns, okay? The other pronouns. So that we get to know what if to means you. You know, Grace, to means you, okay? That's it means is a personal pronoun. We call them personal pronoun. I, you, we, he, she. And this you, okay? This you is not a personal pronoun, okay? We have different kinds of pronoun. This is not personal pronoun. So we get to learn the other one too. Okay. We have me. In English, don't you have mine, yours, hers, and the rest? We will get ones too. Okay. Okay. So I love the answers you guys are putting in the comment section. Okay. Some people are saying it means for, it means by, it means for. So how do I also say? What do I also say? Okay, so those are saying this sentence, it means for, and this sentence, it means by. I won't say for is correct and by is wrong. And I won't say by is correct and for is. Both are correct according to your point of view. Guys, I hope you get it. It can say by. Okay, it can be by. If you say by, it means the person you are referring to is the one who made the book. Okay. And if you say for, it means you are giving the book to him as a gift. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah, so both sides are correct. Mine's on menus. Okay, so if I say, let me say Grace. Grace, that book was made by you. I hope you understand. It means you are the one who made it. I'm asking if you're the one who made it. And if I also say, oh, that book was for you, it means I was giving that book to you. And it is also correct. So it all depends on the conversation. Okay. They will tell you where you get the meaning. Sometimes the one who is speaking is always right. Okay. You can't say why is he using for, why is it by, why is it not for. It all depends on the conversation. Okay. Maybe during the conversation, Grace was saying, oh, that book is a family book. Then I'm saying, oh, that book was made by you. Okay, you get it. And I can say, oh, that book was for you. Meaning I was giving that book to you as a gift or to you to take it home. Okay, okay. If you are still not getting it, don't worry. Okay. It's not just like that. When you are using it as for, it has no rules. But when you are using the por in terms of by, then you guys should know the rules. Now let's go to the rules. I have many of them here. Okay. Now let's get to know the rules. All these ones you are seeing, that's the por we are talking about. And these ones you are seeing here are the articles which I was explaining. It means the. Okay. So when you are giving a sentence, and por meet with this article, we don't say po or poro. No, we don't say poro, but we say pelo. Someone asked, as in the answer me, where did we get the E and the L? Even I, the teacher, I don't know where we got it. It is their rule. That's what we are following. Okay. If you ask me where did the E and the L come from, I don't even know up to date, and no one can answer it. It is a rule, so we are supposed to say it. It's like you saying 1 plus 1 and we all agree to be 2. Are you sure 1 plus 1 is 2? Some people say no, it is not 2, it is never 2. But it's because we have all accepted the rule as 1 plus 1 to be 2. So we are all saying it is 2. It's the same way po and o, it becomes pelo. Okay. So pelo, if you say pelo, it means by the or for the. But it all depends on the sentences you are going to say. Okay, let me give an example so that it will be so easy. So, pelo presidente. Todo mundo sabe presidente. Pelo presidente, a gente vai para a escola amanhã. Ok? So, pero o presidente, we have a sentence here. I'm saying, so is it for the president or by the president? So by the president. So under normal circumstance, the sentence was supposed to be O. Okay. Someone asked, got the O from presidente. It is O presidente, the president. Okay. So it was supposed to be por o presidente. But that is when por and O meet, we join them together to form what? To form what? Pelo. From pelo. So pelo presidente. By the president. We are all going to school tomorrow. My brother is wondering, how do we get the vibe? Wo? How is it becoming wo and now some place will become go and some place we will learn them. Okay, we have done only just one verb for the presente. Okay, that's the regular. The irregular, we will do it. I don't want us to do all the verbs, otherwise you get confused. So if you learn one verb, then we learn one complete sentence. Okay. So the why you get to know, because we are now going to regular verbs, how the verb become vi, vo, and the rest. Okay. Okay. So the same thing. When they meet, it become pela. Okay. And po and o when they meet is pelo, and po and os it become pelos. Okay. And po and as it become pelas. Okay. So that's it. That's the rule which govern it. And you need to respect it. Okay. Doesn't matter whether you are big or small, you need to respect the rules. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to this one. G. This was the question someone asked. How do we get G, the nan, the nu, and the n? Okay. G, it means of and from. Okay. G, it means off and from. Someone asked me, Simon, when is it going to be off and when is it going to be from? The more you use it, then you get to know. Someone say, Eu sou de Nigeria, eu sou de Ghana, eu sou de Jamaica, eu sou do Peru, eu sou de Angola. So, the eu sou, I'm from Ghana. Okay. So, someone say, can you say, I am of Ghana? I will say that I'm from Ghana. Okay. Okay. So if you are a Nigerian, then say Iso the Nigeria. Okay. And if you are from Jamaica, you say Iso the Jamaica. If I'm from Peru, Peru. Okay. Okay. This is correct. Now let's come to the next sentences. Gosto de comer. Eu gosto de comer. In English, we don't say I like of eating, but we say I like eating. Okay. We will say I like eating. So I like eating. Someone asking us something, why do we have the word G? Why do we have the word G? Okay. We have the word G in this one because some of the Portuguese some of their verbs, they have pronouns attached to it. We have gostar, then you say gostar de, precisar de. Okay, you see some of them, they have the G to the verbs. Okay, so that's how it is. Don't worry, you get to the verbs too. Okay, okay. Let's check this one. A capital de Ghana and Accra. Okay, so the capital of Ghana is Accra. The capital, you can't say the capital from Ghana is Accra. Okay, we say the capital of Ghana, the capital of Nigeria, the capital of Okay. Okay. So now someone says, Sinasami, the next sentence is we have da and do. How did we get it? How did we get the da and the do? How? How did we get it? We have a policy for it. These are the rules. The same rules relate to the other one. The same rules. The G, as you all know, it means from and of. The article we know, the O, are, us, and us. The article, when they meet with this preposition, the G becomes do. That's how we manage to get the do we have been seeing in your books, we have been hearing. The do, it means from the or of the according to the sentence. Okay. The da, we got the da from the sentences, which it means G and R when they meet, you see that. Example, if you're Nigerian, you want to say maybe you are from Nigeria, okay? Okay. So let me use who again? Let me see someone. Okay. Let me say Astella. Okay. Astella. So Astella da Nigeria. So someone asks, Yasami, how is it da, not G? Maybe Stella is from Nigeria. So why is it not G? It is not G, but that means you see Nigeria, as you can see, is a noun. In most Portuguese words, their nouns article comes before their noun. Okay. So instead of saying Nigeria, you say Nigeria. So a Nigeria, when G and A meet, then you get the rules. The rules say you add it to form that. Someone say Stella. Why did we have the A in front of Stella's name? That's how Brazilians are. If you're a man, let me check from our screen and mention some of my students. Let's say if you are Paul, okay, they'll say oh Paul. They'll bring an article O to show that you're masculine. Okay. If you are say Andrich, they'll say oh Andrich. Okay. If you are Grace, they'll say Gracie. If you're Emmanuel, they'll say oh Emmanuel. Okay. So your names, they'll put an article in front of your names and pronounce it. Just pay attention when you see any Brazilian talking to you and want to pronounce, or the person want to call you, the person will mention your name. Okay, the person will mention your name, bring in an article, then mention your name. Okay, the person won't just mention your name straightforward, as we have been doing in our country. Samuel, Emmanuel, Isaac, Dan. No, no, no. For them, they'll bring an article. Okay, that's why we have a Stella and the Nigeria. Andres, do you have a question? Okay. Okay. So the DOS, how did we get a DOS? It's G and O, then we count DOS. So the DOS, you see some people, you hear some people saying DOS. If you hear them, they are not wrong, because Brazil hears each state have different accent. Okay. Each state have different accent. Okay. So pay attention. Some people say Dosh. Those who have been saying Dosh, those who are in Rio de Janeiro and the rest up there, they have been saying Dosh. Those who are down here, you say DOS. Okay. So take notes. Whatever you hear, don't get mad. They're all right. And wherever you are, adapt how they say yes. Okay. Okay. So next one, it means come. Come means wait. Okay. Come means wait. So if you want to say wait in Portuguese, it means come. Example, Atana está com Musa. Atana is wait. Musa You could see, guys, you could see I brought O, Musa, because Musa is a masculine. That's why I brought O. Okay. Isto conforme. I am hungry. Someone say, Senior Sam, you said isto conforme. I say, I'm hungry. Guys, am I not mad? No, I'm not mad. That's the right way to say it. That's what I was saying. We shouldn't translate English to Portuguese, okay? Don't do so. Shouldn't translate English to Portuguese. Isto conforme. If you take it word by word to our English, they'll say, I am with hungry, okay? But as I said, we shouldn't translate it from English to Portuguese. So Portuguese will say, isto conforme. I'm with hungry. It does not make sense in English, okay? Isto conforme. So if you want to use any word which has wait, it means come, okay? Isto conforme. Okay. Any question for number five? Number five thing is okay. Let's go to number six. Number six, it means até until tomorrow. I know most people by now you have been saying até amanhã, até logo, até breve. You have been saying it. Let me see those who have been saying. What have you been saying about até? If one you can write yours in the chat for me to see. Okay. Some people say até breve, até logo, até mais, até amanhã, até semana que vem, até logo. Okay. Até aula. Yeah. It means until tomorrow, until soon, until next week, until tomorrow, okay? Until next week, yeah. Até o próximo, until next, yeah. Até o próximo, yeah. Até breve, very soon. So, if we should use them, okay? Example, até amanhã. You say até amanhã, like until tomorrow. But some people prefer to say até amanhã in English is like see you tomorrow. Yeah, the same way, okay? It's the same thing. Até amanhã. Second sentence. Eu vou acabar até amanhã. I will finish until tomorrow. Okay. It's the same thing as acabarei até amanhã. So the eu vou acabar até amanhã and acabarei até amanhã are the same. For now, you won't understand acabarei. Okay. So acabarei is for future. When you get to the future tenses, I will explain it. No one should bother what is acabarei. Okay. Because we are not yet to the future one. Okay. For now, we should all say, oh, eu vou acabar até amanhã. I'll finish until tomorrow. Or by tomorrow, I'll finish. Okay. Moving on to the seventh one. The seventh one is Daisy. Okay. Since 1952, since 1983, since 2007, since pandemic, since, okay. So the word since, that's what we are going to use it. Okay. Since. So Daisy means since, but we should take note. It's a bit confusing. Okay. Sometimes you may use it somewhere and they're saying it will not make sense. To me, it makes sense. Just that you need to arrange your sentences well. Okay. So Daisy since. Example, Daisy did dois mil e seis. I hope you have done numbers. If you're here and you don't know numbers too, I don't know. Sorry if you're a new student, if you joined today, then I'm sorry. Since we didn't record the numbers. Okay. So desde de 2006, o Brasil não ganhou a Copa do Mundo. Okay. O Brasil não ganhou a Copa do Mundo. Since 2006, Brazil has not He hasn't won the World Cup, okay? Grace, vamos. Desde de. Since of 2000. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you see the G, sometimes you not see it. So since of 2006, but English do say since of 2006. Since 2006. That's why I said we shouldn't bring English to Portuguese. Okay. Desde, like desde 2006. Desde, desde 2006. I won't say you're wrong. I won't say you're correct, but I would advise you always to bring the G. Okay. Okay. Desde 2006, o Brasil não ganhou a Copa do Mundo. Vamos ver se o Brasil vai ganhar isso. Estou no Brasil desde há 2 meses. Someone asked, assim, this one is also another ah. Guys, I hope you heard the pronunciation. Estou no Brasil desde há 2 meses. Estou no Brasil desde há 2 meses. Estou no Brasil desde há 2 meses. The A, which is HA with a sign. Someone says, Senior Sammy, why are you saying A? But I can see H there. Who thought of it? The new students, I want to know. You heard, I pronounce the word as A instead of Ha. Let's learn something small, a quick one. In Portuguese language, we don't pronounce the word H. H is silence. Okay, we assume it does not even exist. So the A you can see here, we pronounce it as A. Okay, we pronounce it as A. Someone say, Senior Sammy, it sounds like the one we just learned in the number one and the R for the articles. Yeah, the pronunciations are the same, but as I've been saying, when you're writing, it's different. So, isto no Brasil desde há 2 meses. Someone asking us, what that what does it mean? It's a verb, okay? It's a verb, and that verb we call it haver. Who has heard of it before? Haver. Haver. Let me see if you've heard of it. Give me a thumbs up. No, for those who have been here for like a year, you people, I know you. You know it. Even if you don't know it, you have once heard it from me. If you're new, and the one we can see in front of the two, we got it from the verb haver. Someone asking us, the haver, what does it mean in English? Take notes. It is not verbal to be. Sometimes it is like verbal to be, but it is not verbal to be. Verbal to be is ser and estar. Okay. But this one, the haver, is also like a verbal to be, but in a different way. That one, sometimes I ask myself, so how should I name this verb? Should I call it there? Okay, or like there, or the be? Sometimes I don't even know how to call it in English. Okay, because if I want to say maybe there are, there are, this is the verb you are going to use, the haver. There is, this is the verb you are going to use. Don't go and do, someone go and search what is there in Portuguese and what is in Portuguese, then that person will write it one. No. There is and there are, we got it from this verb, haver. Okay. Someone says, should I say to have? If you say to have to, some people get confused. They will tell you verbal ter. It means to have. So guys, keep this verb in mind. Next week, our classes will start at 8. Okay. Next week is March. I hope next week you're in March. Okay. Yeah. March, our classes will start at 8. And we are going to do irregular verbs. So you guys, someone can write this one down and ask again. Okay. So I'm in Brazil since 2 months. Okay. So the person has been here for 2 months. Okay. This one, someone asked some years ago. Sorry, April. Yeah, April. Sorry, April. April, we are going to start our classes at 8. Okay, 8 o'clock. Okay, so that at least some of us can sleep early. Okay. So Deji means since. So if you have been here for 6 months and you want to tell Brazilian, oh, I've been in Brazil since 2 months now. Estou no Brasil desde há 2 meses, 3 meses, 4 meses, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, ano. Don't go and say 12 meses. Ah, when it reach 12, we don't say 12 months. We say a year. Okay. Okay. So that's how the age comes. Number 8. Em. Vamos. Good evening. That's why I say keep it. Sorry for shortening you. Keep the word the are in mind. Okay. Next week we are going to do irregular verbs. Okay. Then we can talk about that one. Okay. Emmanuel, there's G. So, thanks for asking. Okay. Thanks for asking. So she's asking the pronunciation. Is it Desji or Desde? Okay. So if you're in Paraná, where I am, if you're in Santa Catarina, where I also learned my Portuguese, if you're in Rio Grande do Sul, the southern part of Brazil, okay, these three states, if you're among any of them, you say Desde. Okay, we don't say Desg in the southern. We don't pronounce G. We pronounce it D. We don't pronounce Leche. I hope you guys we all know Leche. Who doesn't know Leche? Since you entered Brazil, if you don't know Leche, then you don't need to go to supermarket. Leche. We have all been saying Leche, Leche, Leche. If you come to the southern part, we don't say Leche. How do we say Lete? Lete, Lete, Nailechi, Lete. So you could see that I say wherever you find yourself, learn the accent. Okay, don't force yourself to learn someone who is in Rio de Janeiro. Okay, so wherever you find yourself, learn that place, their accent, and it will really help you. Someone is asking whether is it Thursday or Thursday, but okay, so Thursday or Thursday. Okay. Ok, vamos para número 8. Number 8. In. If you talk of in, what does in means? In means at, in, and on. Someone say how. One word you can use for three. So three in one here. In, on, and at. So someone asking us something, how will I know that the person is saying in or on or at? You get to know. Let's assume you want to use a place. Do you say maybe I am on Bahia, or I'm at Bahia, or I'm in Bahia? Or do you say the pencil is in the book, on the book, or at the book? So definitely you get to know. Okay. Okay. So in, if you are talking in terms of cities, I'm giving you a clue. If you're using cities here in Brazil, mostly they don't say no or na. Okay. The no or na, they don't say it. They use in, which means estou em Curitiba, estou em Chapecó, estou em Salvador, estou em wherever you are, estou em. Okay. But if you are head of city, then it means you're going as a country. The country, that's where you get the nu, na. So the countries we don't use in, like estou in Nigeria. No, 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 no. You need to say estou na Nigeria. Okay. You don't say estou in Brazil. Estou no Brazil. We don't say estou em Jamaica. Estou na Jamaica. Okay. So the in, it means in, on, and out. Okay, in, on, out. So how did we get the no and the na? Then we go by the rules again. When in as a proposition, someone is asking Sinasami, I've been hearing you saying in. But the thing is M, and you're saying N. Guys, I hope you are all hearing as N. Yeah. Sinasami, why is it that the thing is M and you are saying N as N? Whilst we can see M there. Okay, let's learn something. In Portuguese, we pronounce in terms of pronunciation. If you see M, letter M, at the end of a word, we pronounce it as N. Okay, as N. That's why if you are saying I have, or maybe you have, you don't say maybe or he has. You don't say elitem. Do you say elitem? No, elitem. We pronounce that ten, T and ten. But when you're writing it, it is TEM. That's why I say how we pronounce the word, sometimes they are not the same way we write it. Okay. So that's why when the pastor is preaching and the pastor say hallelujah, we don't say amen. You don't say amen. Okay. You don't say amen. You say amen. Okay. It's the same it's the same letters. Okay, but when you're pronouncing it, you pronounce the last M as N. I hope it is clear. Okay. Let's move on. So when N meet with O, then we now get the nu. When N meet with A, we get the na. When N meet with O, sorry, us, we get the nos. This one is also a huge problem. I don't know whether I should explain it, but I will explain it one day when you are doing the other pronouns. We have nos, we have this nos, and we have another nos with the same spelling, the same pronunciations, but different meaning. Okay, so we get to know the difference between the three of them. Okay, when we get to pronouns, I'll bring them. In and as become nas. Okay. Okay. So let me write some examples in the chat. Maybe you want to tell your friends you are in Brazil, maybe you're in Nigeria. Estou no Brasil. Estou no Brasil. Okay. Okay. Maybe if you're in Nigeria, estou na Nigéria. Okay. Maybe if you're in Jamaica, maybe if you're in the class, isto na aula. A gente tá na aula online. So, nós, nós estamos, ok? Estamos na aula online, okay? So we are having class online, or we are on the online class, okay? Let's go. Edie, let's go. Edie. Okay. When to use no? No, we use no. Let's check the ending, okay? For only masculine singular, okay? So the no you are seeing here under normal circumstances was not supposed to be no, it was supposed to be in and o. Brazil is a masculine word and it is singular, it's just one. So o Brazil, okay, Brazil. So Brazil is here. Isto in o Brazil, meaning Brazil is a masculine word, okay. Nigeria, as you can see, I don't know whether you're from Nigeria. If you're from Nigeria as your country, Nigeria is a feminine word, okay. How do you want to know if Nigeria is a feminine word? Nigeria is ending. Last time, guys, I hope last time we studied how to identify words which are masculine. But Nigeria as a country is a feminine. And in our countries, we don't even know whether our country is a masculine or a feminine. And your country is a why you want to be a man so that you can beat Ghana. But they say we're feminine. You guys are all feminine. So you get it. So that's how it is. Okay. That's how it is. So the countries you need to know wherever you come from. If you're from Ghana, you should know if Ghana is a masculine or feminine. If Nigeria now Nigerians are, so if you're from Jamaica, you should know if Jamaica is a feminine or a masculine. If you're from Kenya, you should know. If you're from wherever you are, you should know your country, if your country is a masculine or a feminine. Okay. Okay. So next example. Portugal. So Portugal is a neutral. Okay. Some countries we call them neutral. They are masters. You can't put them wherever you want. Portugal is a neutral country. Okay. If you don't know, I'm telling you. So someone asks, it's a neutral country. Portugal is a neutral country. Okay. So those of us, if you come from a female country, it's good. So these are some of the new. So the new are for masculine singular. The nos are for masculine plural. Let me check example. Sorry, I'm going to write some word, and if you're old, don't say it. If you're old here, please don't say it. Okay. I want we the new students to challenge ourselves. Someone isto nós. I'm not going to write the full word. Who knows this word? If you are new, if you know it, just raise your hands up. Hey, someone is new. Toby, you are not new. I will not put you as a new student. Uh, Oluwatosin, English says AUE. It's not AUE. Okay. So Oluwatosin, let's go. So Eric is okay. So that's our USA. Okay. So USA in Portuguese. I know most of us, since we didn't know, we would have used the same letters, writing USA. Okay. USA. Please, we don't have USA in Portuguese. It is EUA. Okay. EUA. Eric, você quer falar? Do you want to talk? Okay, vamos. Let's continue. So, EUA. So, the full meaning is Estados Unidos. Oh, go. You are sakara too much. Look at him. Estados Unidos. Okay. Dos Americanos. Okay. So, you could see United States of America is a plural. Why is it plural? Someone asking us, does it mean United States is more than one country? No, that's not the meaning. It's because the words are in plural form. That's why they are also in plural. Okay, that's why it is nos. So don't go and put no. If you put no, you are wrong. You need to add s, nos. Estos nos Estados Unidos dos Americanos. United States of America. Okay, not AUA or UAE. It's this one. Okay. Okay. So the NAS, if you pick the NAS is also for feminine plural. Okay, the feminine plural, that's the NAS. Okay. I hope the in, the nu, the na are correct. Okay. So examples, estou no Brazil, we all know. Posso colocar na mesa. Can I put it? Is it on the table, at the table, or in the table? Posso colocar na mesa. So now it will tell you on or at or in. Can I put it on the table? Okay. Sou uma estudante na well. Okay. UAS, Universidade Estadual de Londrina. Okay. Well. Okay. So let's continue. You're welcome, Felix. Sou estudante na well. So I am a student at or in or on, which of them? Okay. So this is how we got the nu, the na, nos, and the nas. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9 is so simple. Entry. It means between. If you have a question, you can ask. Okay. Entry, it means between. So between, entre os dois, eu prefiro a Débora. Entre os dois. Maybe eu prefiro o Sulamai. Ok. Sulamai. Eu prefiro o Sulamai. So between the two, I prefer Suleiman. Okay. Between the two, I prefer Suleiman. Let's take note here. Sometimes you hear entry, but it doesn't mean between. Okay. I hope you are noting some things down. I hope your pens and papers are with you as usual. Sometimes we may hear entry. It doesn't mean between. But this entry which has the same pronunciation and the same spelling. We got it from the verb entrar. It means to enter. This entry, we call it affirmative, or in English, you say command. When you're giving a command, okay, we say entry. It means enter. But if it is not a command, a normal word, you say oh, entrar. But if someone knocks your door, then you want to say the person should enter, you say entry. It means you're giving a command to the person, okay? So entry and this entry are not the same. So if maybe you go and knock someone's door, maybe you're going to seek for a job here in Brazil, you knock them and they say entry. They're not trying to say you should be between. Please, I didn't teach you guys that. That's what I'm explaining. Entry, when after knocking, it means enter, okay? I hope it is noted. Okay, so entry is between. Vamos, contra. Contra means against. If you're against something, okay? If you're against something, you should use the word contra, okay? Contra. O Manchester United vai jogar contra os Spurs amanhã. Então, eu vou mudar esse. O Brasil vai jogar contra a França. A França. Todo mundo sabe a França? Who doesn't know a França? France. So, o Brasil vai jogar contra a França amanhã. Ok? O Brasil vai jogar contra a França amanhã. I was going to clean this sentence because of jogará. Okay, jogará is the same vai jogar. Okay, for now, you guys won't understand. I say when you get to the future, then you remember, this was Senior Samuel was saying. Yeah, so jogará is the same as vai jogar. Okay, mostly when you use those jogará, jogarei, when you use it in your speech, the Brazilians will be looking at you like you are behaving like a bookish person, meaning like you know the grammar and you want to show them that, yeah. So instead of saying jogara, you can say vai jogar. Okay. Okay. So let me clean this sentence for a while. Okay. Eu sou contra os ladrões. Yeah, I'm against thieves. If you're a thief, I'm against you. I don't like your report. Okay. Yeah. Let's come to this word. Pay attention. It is not parent. Look at it well. I know people saying, is it parent? It's peranchi. It is not parent. It means before, towards, or relate. One word. Example. Ele mudou seu comportamento perante o diretor. He changed his behavior. This is behavior. Comportamento, it means behavior. He changed his behavior towards the director. Okay. He changed his behavior towards the director. Okay. So mostly I prefer my students to use the word towards for parent because that is the most common one you will hear. Okay. Okay. Número 12. Pay attention. I know up to date, some people are still making some errors. Number 12. Sing. I didn't say sing. Sing. Someone saying sing and sing. I did the same. Sem nada. Sem problema. Sing, yeah. Sing. So they sing, it means without. Please don't go and say não problema. I know I want to know, be honest, who have been saying this? No problem. The person in turn says, oh, no, no problem. Be honest to us. Who have been saying this? No problem. No, no problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Please, it is never now problema. Okay? Tonight, you know it is not now problema. No, not tem problema. Not tem problema. You are correct. No, não tenho problema. Não tem problema. Is correct. But that one, it means, oh, I don't have any problem. Okay? But the best way, you need to say, sem problema. But not now problema. Okay? Let's go, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, your hand is up. Oh, sure. Stella, your hand is also up. Okay. Est- Estou em casa. Estou na casa. Ok. Estou em casa. And, so both sentences are not the same. I hope you know that. Estou em casa. You should have asked when we're doing in. And estou. She's asking whether these sentences are the same. Na minha casa. Please, I didn't say casa. I said casa. When you see word like this ending with SA, we don't pronounce it as X, we pronounce it as Z. So if you're here and your name is maybe Marisa, okay, we say Marie. Why am I even speaking the Portuguese first? If your name is Marisa, we will never say Marisa, we say Marisa. If your name is Isabella, we say Isabella. If you have paid attention to Brazilians, okay? Okay. So, estou em casa e estou na minha casa. Both are correct, but both are different. I'm in the house and I am at my house. Or, so I'm in the house or I'm in my house. Difference, 100%. I'm in the house, it doesn't mean maybe it can be that you're in the house of someone. It's still house, maybe your mother's house. But this one we are showing the kind of house you are. Okay. Oh, where are you? I'm in the house. Oh, I'm at home. But you say I am in my house. It's being specific. You're trying to say that you are in your own house. Okay. But people assume since you are saying you are in the house, we all assume that you are in your own house. Like Ishto in casa, it means you're in your own house. If you assume you are in someone's house, maybe you definitely add the person's name. Okay. Yeah. So they are all correct. Sometimes they are all the meanings are the same, 100%. Okay. I'm in my house and I'm in the house. In English, you say sometimes it's not the same. Maybe I'm in the house means we are in the house of someone. Okay. But in Portuguese, we assume it to be the same. If you're in someone's house, you just add the person's name. Maybe estou na casa da minha mãe, estou na casa do meu pai, estou na casa do meu amigo. You get it? So they are the same, okay? Okay. Vamos. 13. Sorry, let's move on to our examples. Stella, you're making us confused. Okay, so let's check this one. Eu quero café sem açúcar. I want a coffee without sugar. Okay. Let me come back to this place. This place, I say same problema. It means no problem. Okay. Someone asks, please, can it be without problem? In English, we can say without problem, but the meaning in Portuguese means no problem. Okay. So if you want to say no problem, don't go and say não problema. Take note. So, eu quero café sem açúcar. I want a coffee without sugar. I want a coffee without sugar. Okay. So if you want a coffee without sugar, then you say eu quero café sem açúcar. Maybe I want a tea. Eu quero chá sem leite. I want a tea without milk. Okay. So that's how it goes. Let's move on to the next one. Atrás. Atrás means behind or back. Okay. Behind or back. Someone asking us a lot of atrás. They're the same thing. Okay. Fique para trás. Stay back. But someone asking us, Sammy, you said fique para trás means stay back. What is the para doing there? Who thought of it? Who thought of it? Let me see. If you thought of it, let me see your hand. Who thought of it? Who thought of it? Senior Sammy, there's para. We should check it whether there's para. But I'm saying stay back. Yeah, there is para, but if you're taking it or English, you can't say stay to back. Okay, stay back or stay at the back. Okay. So fique atrás. Don't say fique. So if you want to say fique atrás, then that one you can say it in this way. Fique atrás. Ok. Cadê? Fique atrás. Okay. So we got the fique from the verb ficar. Okay. And as I said, if you guys can remember when I was explaining the entry, so this one fique is a command. So we call it subjuntivos. That one is the, guys, I won't say that word. Okay. When you get there, you get to know. Okay. I won't say it is difficult. It's complicated. Okay. So that's why we are trying to learn the present tense, past tense, future tense. That one, we call that one, we have it indicative. So we have the indicative verbs and the noun verbs. Okay. The noun verbs, they give command. Okay. And we call them conditional verbs too. So the fique is a command. That's why it changed. Okay. So it's a command. We call it substantive or affirmative. Okay. And the fique, you are asking, is it atrás or trash? So you could see the second sentence. Fique atrás. Correct. Stay back. Fique para trás. So we don't combine stuffs. If you want to say fique para trás, you can say this one. If you want to say fique atrás, you can say this one. But don't go and say fique para atrás. Okay. Okay. So they are the same. This and this, it means behind and back. Atrás is behind and also can be at back. Okay. In English, what's the meaning of behind? Okay. Someone said it can be on the left side or the right side or the back. But here in Brazil, we prefer to say at the back. Okay. So he was behind me, it means he was at the back. Okay. Ela está lá atrás. She's there at the back. He's there at the back. So ele está lá atrás. Ele está lá atrás. He's there at the back. Okay. Okay. So that's the meaning of behind and back. Okay. But please don't, I'm not saying your back, the part of the body, the back of your body is a trash. I didn't say that one. I didn't. That one is your assignment. Go and search for it. How do we say it? Part of your body in terms of your back. How do we say that one? Is it a trash or do we have a word for it? 14. Okay. 14, it means 14. Let's go. Subi. Subi. It means under. 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 Subi. Under. So this under, is it under something? I know someone asks, there's a lot of imbaisho, jibaisho, abaisho, and the rest. So this one is under, okay, under something. Example, o caminho sob a ponte é mais rápido. The way under the bridge is more fast. Okay. Okay. So the way under the bridge is much faster. That's so that one is under something. Okay. So someone, if it is under 20, like under 20 players, should we say subi? Yeah, subi 20. Sub 19. Okay, under 20, under 17, under 16. Yeah, subi. Okay. Okay. 15. Abaixo de, below. So we will, how many minutes more? We have less than few minutes more. We will end on the 16th, okay? The number 16. And we continue the rest tomorrow. So subi. But tomorrow, before you come, you should go and find the meaning of embaixo, debaixo. Okay, I did the same today. Abaixo. So abaixo, it means below. O apartamento, abaixo de mim está vazio. So the apartment below me is empty. Okay, it's empty. Empty. Okay. 16. Acerca de, it means about. Okay. Acerca de. Someone asks, Senior Sammy, you're saying acerca de, it means about. What of sobre? Does it mean sobre also? Yeah, sobre is also about. So someone asks, so how do I differentiate them? Let me give you just a short key, okay? Not a long one, short one. If you want to use sobre, it means you're going to give ideas, okay? Oh, it was about the movie. It was about his girlfriend. It was about, okay? And Aseka G is like you're giving in terms of numbers. That's how much I prefer to tell my students so that you don't get confused, okay? Okay, so Aseka G, it means about. Let's check. Nos falamos. You could see this place is trying to say, please, we can put sobre there. Yes. Nós falamos sobre tudo is also correct. Falamos acerca de tudo o que aconteceu nos últimos meses. We spoke about all that happened in the last month. Someone says, can I put sobre? Yeah, you can put sobre there. So the word we are talking about, which I was saying, it is sobre, which also means about. So because I gave you an idea, I said that the sobre we use it for in terms of you're giving an ideas. and acerca when you're talking of figures, numbers. Okay, I hope it's well understood. Okay, so this place which it was acerca G. Okay, this place which was acerca G. Okay, someone asks, can it be sobre? Yes, because sobre is the perfect one. It gives an idea. Because what they were saying, they said, oh, we talk about all that happened in the last months. Okay, so it's about an idea. Okay, it's about thoughts. So sobre, that you can use as secage too. O preço do livro é acerca de R$ 10. The price of the book is about R$ 10. Someone asked, yes, I mean, can I put sobre? Can I put sobre here? Can I put sobre? Can I put sobre here? Guys, can we put sobre there? I want to know if it is yes. I want to know if it is no. I want to know. If it is yes, type yes. If it is no, type no. If it is yes, type yes. If it is no, type no. Hey, you people are saying no. Seriously, why is it no? Who can tell us? Why is it no? Oh, that's it. That's the answer. Because we are talking about numbers. If you put sobre there, it is correct, but in a different meaning. And I will never advise my student to put sobre there. Why? If you say, oh, o preço do livro é sobre R$ 10, the price of the book is about 10 here. The about which you're putting sobre is like you're telling us that the price of it is giving an idea of 10 here is. It does not make sense. Okay? It does not make sense. The sobre is like an idea, thoughts, okay, of something. So please, as I said in my explanation earlier, sobre is for ideas, acerca and for figures. So that if you use it in this way, you are ready to go. We'll draw the curtains here. I'll say good night to each and every one.